This is Community College Magazine on ITV, the vision of Pikes Peak Community College.
Hello and welcome to Community College Magazine presented by Pikes Peak Community College. I'm your host, Sun Hill, a student at PPCC. Today we'll be discussing about Springs Ensemble Theater's Day Camp. Joining us today is the president of Springs Ensemble Day Camp, Ensemble Theater, Sarah Shaver.
Hi, thanks for having me, Sunny.
You're welcome. That was kind of tough. So, I have to ask, Springs Ensemble Theater has done so much for the community, putting on so many different types of plays and everything, offering even free admission or pay as you can. How did the idea of a day camp come to pass?
It was actually in our first year of being a theater company. We had several teachers. So we had high school teachers, college teachers, so me and several high school teachers and a middle school teacher. And we all thought, you know what, even though the types of theaters that we do is fairly adult, I would say, adult, pretty edgy, but part of our mission is to build patrons, build future patrons, build future artists. And so doing this camp was really kind of a cool idea that we could each teach a workshop to students ages 12 through 18 and kind of start the seeds of becoming a theater artist in the community.
Oh, wow.
So we've been doing camp for about 8 years now. This is our 8th year.
So the day camp is for 12 to 18?
Yeah, so middle school and high school. I guess if you've graduated from high school but are not 18 yet, then you're totally eligible to come on over.
All right. Also, my kids when they hit that age.
Yeah, no, it's great. So this is the first year we're offering a full day. So we used to do just a morning session, but we are doing like workshops in the morning taught by each of our ensemble members. So we have people who do directing, acting monologues, acting for film, some designing, stage management. So we've got a huge range of topics covered, but then in the afternoon, the students will be writing their own plays for a presentation at the end of the week.
What is your workshop?
What is my workshop?
Yeah, I'm actually curious.
You were in my acting class, so you may have seen a hint of one of them. So some of the workshops I do are subtext, is one that I really enjoy. I also do action verbs. So we'll break down a monologue into action verbs. What am I trying to get out of that other person?
Oh, wow.
Right? To wound, to charm, to seduce, we probably wouldn't use that with kids.
Yeah, maybe 18. I don't know.
Okay. But to convince, to illustrate, so I'll do something like that. Sometimes I do stage pictures is another workshop that I do. I've thought about doing a costuming one, but it's a lot to cover in just like an hour and a half.
Yeah, costumes are pretty bad. I mean, for covering them and everything.
Well, I would say like costuming, like sewing, is sort of like learning the piano in that, like, sure, I could teach you chopsticks in a couple of, in an hour or less, but if I was going to do something else, we would spend years learning how to do.
I should just ask my questions. Well, we're going to go to a commercial break, and we will be right back. That wasn't half bad.
Mom, I gotta let you go. Pull over right now! Get back here! Come on, son! Got him!
Put your nightmares to rest. PPCC's flexible online evening and weekend classes are a dream come true.
Thank you. Welcome back. We're here again with Sarah Shaver. So Sarah, sets, day camp and everything. I've been trying to figure out more about it. Like, what time is it going to be set at set? Will it be done at other locations as well?
Yeah, so it will be June 13th through 18th. So it's just 1 week long, and it'll be from 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock with a lunch break. So it's $200 for the whole week, but that's like morning and afternoon sessions, so it's kind of like a full day, okay. Which is great. It's a pretty great price, especially since you're being taught by, theater artists, really high quality theater artists in town. It will be done at the theater itself, so you actually get to be in a working theater and perform on the Springs Ensemble Theater stage. So that address is 1903 East Cache La Poudre. Okay. And then if you want more information, you can call 719-357-3080 or go to our website, which is springsensembletheater.org. And then you can pay the $25 registration fee just so we hold your place and know how many people are coming.
Now, you said the kids will be working on plays of their own. Well, sort of, I guess. Would these plays be performed later on?
Yes, they'll be performed at the end of the week as kind of a showcase. So I don't know if you're familiar, there's a group that does this series called Too Much Light Makes the Baby Go Blind. It is, it's kind of one of those like fun, they write 30 shows that's going to be performed in 1 hour, and you have numbers, and so you get to write like tiny little maybe sketch comedies, but they're like 2 to 5 minutes or 1 to 5 minutes or even 30 seconds. So you call out a number, someone calls out a number, 17, and they run over and they grab number 17 and they read out the title. Man goes to the dentist, but they've already written the scene and they get to do their 2-minute scene, and then someone calls out a new number, so they get to write their own little scenes, and they'll perform them at the end of the week.
That actually sounds like a lot of fun.
So it could be a monologue that someone's been preparing, it could be like a mini scene, it could be just a silly, we all walk around with plastic noses on our faces and glasses, and that's the scene, but I'm not sure exactly, but it'll be student originated, so it's kind of exciting. It's a show that you've never seen before because it doesn't exist yet.
How long has the day camp been going on?
We do one every summer, and we've been doing it for 8 years.
8 years? Wow. So in about 8 more years, I can put my kids in there.
That'd be great.
Get them out of the house.
Well, the nice thing is, we often get students to work backstage, or sometimes we need younger students for plays. We had a Christmas play 2 years in a row that needed a 12-year-old girl, and we're like, hello, we have somebody, because we just met them at camp. So it was perfect. We have camp alum who are now in the ensemble because they worked hard and got older, and now they're like working theater artists in town. So it's cool to have people who started at our set theater camp come back and play with us on stage. So
well, that's nice. I have no. Well, so was there anything else that we wanted to just go? Let's just go ahead and go to commercial. Yeah.
You know it's coming, right? So
yeah, I'm just like.
I'm interested in biology.
Here's that information.
Accounting,
Communication. Chemistry. And business.
phlebotomy,
Night classes.
zookeeping, animation, reanimation.
At PPCC, what you'll find will surprise you.
I'm interested in biology.
Here's that information.
Engineering,
Law enforcement.
history,
This.
phlebotomy,
Night classes.
zookeeping, animation, reanimation.
At PPCC, what you'll find will surprise you.
And we are back, and I'm here today with our guest, Sarah Shaver. Sarah, with all the talk about the day camp and everything, where did you get your start at?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know if you guys have heard of Missoula Children's Theater, but it's like a traveling theater troupe that like goes to different small towns across America, and they put on like Hansel and Gretel or The Shoemaker's Wife, or anyway, those kind of fairy tale theaters. And so I remember I was cast in Hansel and Gretel, and I was in like 5th grade, and I'd done some like school shows and stuff, but like the bug really bit me really hard, and I realized that like the thrill, the euphoria of performing on stage and being out there and becoming someone that you're not, it was really exciting to me. And so I just kept doing theater, and sometimes, when I was in high school and early college, I was like, oh, theater's not very serious, I gotta think of something serious, because that's what adults do, is serious stuff. And so, tackled some English and some history, and I just kept getting called back. I kept going over to that dark side of where theater was, and realized that if I wasn't doing theater, I couldn't breathe. I needed to do it. It was that important to me. And then I realized how much of an academic history theater has. It starts with the Greeks. Your first thing that you read in school is Oedipus, which is a play, right?
Yeah.
So this is a discipline that has been around for a long, long time and is really important. And it also, I like to think that it changes the world, and it starts hard conversations, and it fosters empathy. So theater is really important to me in a lot of those ways. Got my Master's of Fine Arts and really wanted to be a teacher, because I wanted to bring that love, that passion of theater to others, for them to be both patrons of the theater and also working artists. Mm-hmm. So that's how I ended up here.
Talking about theater and everything, how did SET get its start?
That's a great question. So when I first moved to town, there was only 2 big houses in town. There was the Fine Arts Center that specializes in like big happy musicals, tap dancing, that kind of thing, or that's what they were known for then. And then there was also Theater Works, which was like really academic. They do the classics. That's kind of what they were known for. But there wasn't kind of that in between sort of theater that's smaller, chamber, so black box kind of intimate and edgy. And we also noticed that there wasn't a lot of parts for women in the plays that were being done. So Springs Ensemble Theater started as a group of theater artists that really wanted to take on some challenging work for this region. As you know, Colorado Springs is kind of has a reputation for being conservative, and which it does. But then in those ways, I really need to, in those ways, I really want to make sure that we're starting hard conversations, like, like what we do with our shows. That's really what I want to do.
Well, with SET, and then all your classes, and the day camp, how do you juggle it all?
Well, I have a lot of hats that I wear. I'm a teacher, I'm a professor, and the department chair. I'm the president of this nonprofit theater company, and I also am a working artist, so I am a costumer and an actor and a director. And I guess I could answer the rest a little in a bit.
Oh, we're almost done. So,
but anyway, to answer your question, I'm a mom and a brewery owner and all the things, but it's probably the methamphetamines. I'm just kidding. Not
wow,
that.
awesome.
Wrap it up and